Cute as that? So this week promises to bring the heat, and with temperatures climbing up into the 90s, the last place you want to be is in a hot kitchen, am I right? So all week long we are cooking up ideas using no heat, and kicking off the week is my favorite foodie. She wouldn't call herself a chef, but she is the host and editor-at-large of Your Last Meal podcast, Rachel Belle, ladies and gentlemen. Hi,
Shall we hug again?
Oh, yes. I love having you on the show.
I love being here.
For many reasons. But one of the things that I love is that you have this great recipe. So what are we making today?
We are making a watermelon carpaccio with feta and pistachios and like a very tasty dressing and mint. And it allows you to say things like, I carried a watermelon, which anyone from our generation understands. Recently, though, I had a run-in where I said that and everyone was blank-faced.
Yeah,
I was like,
that means you're getting old.
Yeah, you got to watch that movie.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Dirty Dancing. Okay.
I carried a watermelon.
Yeah. Should we start?
All right, let's get started.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a job while I am going to carve this watermelon.
Thank you.
Can you make the dressing?
Sure, I got you.
So it is 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar and 2 tablespoons of olive oil, so you can start there.
Okay.
I know a lot of people really have a hard time picking a watermelon.
Yeah, do you have any secrets for that?
Well, I have the secret that I heard that seems to have worked for me so far, which is, so, you know, I think everybody tries to, well, everyone's, you know, you're in the store and it's like percussion, they're banging and it's like, hello, little baby. Yeah. What I was told, which has worked for me, is to look for watermelons that have a light spot on it. You know, they're green usually.
Like a yellow
spot.
Okay.
Because that means that it was sitting in the field long enough to fully ripen. So it hadn't seen the sunlight. So that's what I've been doing.
But you know what? Actually, that rings a bell. You said 2 tablespoons of olive oil,
2 tablespoons,
right?
yeah.
That rings a bell because, you know, we have the produce, our produce friends come on here sometimes, and they said the same thing. So
they did?
Actually,
I'm in line with your produce friends.
You are. I know all the people in produce, man. I know
you have
people.
Connections.
By the way, so I got this in here. Do I need to have anything else?
Yeah, so add a ½ teaspoon of honey. And we were just saying there's a little trick for that too, because anyone who has measured honey knows you're like, it's not coming out of the measuring spoon. So if you use oil in the teaspoon first, then the honey will slide right out, which is a really nice.
I didn't use, it's such a great tip. I didn't use it, but I did oil up my teaspoon. So it would come out.
Yep.
And here we go. It's still, it's a little slow. But that's okay.
It's a great tip, everyone.
It's a great tip,
it works every time. And then, let's see, I'm thinking there's one more thing I'm missing. Is that it? Oh yeah, half a lime. The juice of half a lime. Yeah.
All right.
So I made this a few weeks ago. Actually, that's not true at all. My friend made this, and it was so good that I said, "Give me the recipe." But we were going.
I love the transparency.
Yeah, I just cannot tell a lie. I'm a regular George Washington, complete with wooden teeth. My friends and I were going to the Barbie movie, and like everybody else, we wore pink, but I'm incapable of having an event without a theme. So I said, let's have a pink potluck first. So everyone had to make pink food for the Barbie movie, and that's where this watermelon came in.
Okay, this is smart, this watermelon carpaccio.
Yes, and besides this watermelon, many beets were harmed in the making of this Barbie dinner. We had a beet pasta and beets with tahini and something.
I love a beet, but I bet the next day you're like, am I dying? Oh no, it's just the beet.
It's true. We all talked about it, like everyone in the morning, remember what has happened.
Yep. So you don't call your colon, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I'm just going to move forward from that talk.
Okay.
Because I want to talk about your Last Meal podcast and how you've got some very exciting news, so please share.
Yeah, so I've been making my podcast, Your Last Meal, for about 7 years now, where I interview celebrities about what they would choose to eat for their last meal, and then I bring on other guests to talk about the history or the culture or the science of that food. And she has a new home. So I am now with Cascade Public Media, CPM, which is KCTS 9, and Crosscut, it's the Seattle PBS affiliate. So my coworkers are Big Bird.
I love it.
The ghost of Julia Child, Rick Steves. I mean, all of them.
Snuffleupagus.
Yeah. So it's very exciting to be there in a new place and bringing the show along. So yeah, I'm liking it.
That's so delightful to hear.
It's very fun.
I mean, it's just a great podcast. If you've never listened, this is one of those that you will automatically become a staple, because it's wonderful. It's fun. It's fascinating. The guests are fabulous.
All the Fs.
All the Fs. So you've had a couple of recent. You mentioned the Barbie movie. You actually interviewed Greta Gerwig, the director.
I did.
What was her last meal?
Well, can I give it away?
No,
I mean, I feel like people need to listen.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta
so
watch.
I have been a fan of another F there, a fan for of Greta Gerwig for so long.
Yeah.
Before she was directing, when she was just acting, did you ever see Frances Ha? Such a good movie.
Negative, I did not.
Her husband directed it, Noah Baumbach. Which, by the way, have you noticed with the Barbie movie that he never gets mentioned because it's such a girl power? He co-wrote it with her. Nobody cares. He's never been mentioned.
I did not know that. No.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the credits, but everyone's like, avert your eyes.
Avert your eyes.
But yeah, Greta, of course. And by the way, so carpaccio, if you haven't had, is usually made with meat. It's like very thinly sliced. So that's what I've done.
So that's what you
with
did
this
here
watermelon is yeah, we've just cut it pretty thin.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go as thin as you want, but you know you don't want it to fall apart. So where is our platter? I'll have you help me arrange this.
All right.
So yes, Greta Gerwig, of course, the writer and director of the Barbie movie. And she is very funny and whimsical and light.
Oh, I love that.
And her last meal, one of the things is a food that her best friend makes her for her birthday every year.
Aww.
Which I love. And I like immediately Googled this woman's name to be like, oh, she's not even famous. I like this even better.
I love that. What about Bear Grylls? You interviewed him too? Who was that one like?
I loved Bear Grylls. So for people who don't know, he's this like, how would you describe like this adventure outdoor?
Oh, I think, he's an outdoor foodie.
Risk taker. Crazy person. And it's kind of not a surprise because he is, you know, this person who lives outside and he's like in these jungles that he's kind of paleo, which is sometimes bugs me. But he was so charming because he doesn't even eat vegetables though.
Wait, he just eats nothing but meat?
He likes a lot of butter.
Okay.
He eats a lot of red meat.
Oof.
He eats everything that sounds like it's not good for your heart, and he says it's fine.
So he's not gonna like this. Let's finish this up, actually.
Okay, yeah, so drizzle, drizzle, drizzle.
Drizzle this.
These are pickled red onions, which is the easiest thing to make.
By the way, apparently everyone pickles their own red onions except for me, so we're going to talk about that in another segment.
Get on board. Put the feta on.
Okay.
And to make pickled red onions, it takes a half an hour, so don't be intimidated by a pickle. It's just red onion. You heat up some water and vinegar and sugar, and you can add black peppercorn if you want.
Okay.
Salt, and then you pour it over. You let it sit for half an hour, and that's it. But
this looks delicious.
They're really good on tacos too. But yeah, this kind of thing is like when you don't want to cook, but you actually want
something that
like a lot of flavor too.
That's
and
gorgeous.
Texture.
Yeah,
it is. Do you want to do some pistachios?
On. My hands are dirty.
Oh, you do. You got.
That's okay.
We got a case of cheese hand over here.
I got a cheese hand.
Yeah.
Mine very cheesy.
That's right.
All right, so, and then we add a little mint to this as well.
Yeah, and then the flaky salt also. Can I do the mint? Because I want to do this silly thing that someone taught me.
Can I do the flaky salt?
Please do.
So
I was told to bring out the flavor of an herb. You smack it.
Yeah, you show that herb.
Oh, smell it.
Oh,
yeah.
You smacked that smell right out of that herb.
Mint. Oh, this looks really pretty.
All right, this is gorgeous.
And this took us
I'm gonna try
like 5 minutes to put together. And look how pretty. This is a real
This is awesome.
Stunner.
Okay, hold on, let me try this.
Make the TV face. Oh, wow.
Oh my God, you know what's weird?
What?
It's like, don't expect a sweet piece of watermelon when you eat that. Because it definitely has a very savory flavor.
With the vinaigrette.
And it's delicious. It's very good.
I'm just going to keep decorating this.
You keep decorating.
Until you make me leave.
You keep decorating, and Rachel is, by the way,
forgot to smack it.
Smack the mint. She is sharing a recipe plus mint smacking. Just text the word recipe to 206-448-4545. We'll send it right to your phone.